Sophia here from My Great Challenge. Welcome back to another episode of Anyone Can Quilt. So last week I showed you how to do these here, those maple leaf, and we needed 5 of them. So I'm hoping you're quilting along with me and you made 5. But today I'm going to show you how to do the most basic of quilting block, and that's the 9 patch. And it's basically this right here. I made 2 for the demo. For today I need to make another 10 because you're going to need 12 of those and 5 of these in order to put the table runner for the holidays together. Okay, so let's get started. Let me show you how to do this. It's super easy, and then I'll say goodbye. So we're gonna start by making 9 patch like these, and it's basically 9 squares that are all 2.5 by 2.5. But what you want to do is mix your colors. So the first thing you want to do is cut a whole bunch of 2.5 by 2.5 squares in all of your background colors. So I'm going to make little stacks. I have some here. You want pretty much an equal amount, but I'm going to show you an easy way to cut a lot at the same time so that you don't get stuck with having to cut every single one individually. So I'm just folding my fabric over, all right, you see that? And I'm going here at the end, and I'm just going to snip off just enough to separate it. Don't do it with the scissors. You can just go ahead like this, and you just cut enough to get your fabric separated. Okay, then you bring it this way, right? So you make sure your fabric is on top of each other, and you're going to cut one band that's 2.5 long. And because I have 2 pieces of fabric on top of each other, what it's going to do for me is that it's cut 2 bands. You see that? Okay, so now I'm going to cut it right here because I have a lot of salvage, and I'm going to cut it right here because I got some salvage here too. And now all I got to do, again, you put them nicely together, and if you want to you can use your fingers, right? And I'm just gonna go ahead, I know this is already 2.5, and I'm just gonna make cuts every 2.5, and that's how you get a lot of 2.5 by 2.5 squares without having to cut every single one of them individually. Now if you're really brave, you can do that with 3 layers. I would not recommend you do that. 2 is plenty to worry about. Here we go. Okay, right, so now I have a stack of this orangey color, I have a stack of this darker one. Okay, I'm gonna do a stack of my this is more like a buttercream color that I have. So again, you fold it here, you bring this over all the way to the edge, just enough to allow you to cut a tiny bit off so that it cuts the fabric, right? So that way it's 2 pieces now. Okay, I'm gonna flip that over this way, and I'm going to cut a band that's 2.5 inches. Make sure you are aligned. There we go. I'm cutting off this part here. Going to cut off the part that's right here because I want it to be aligned. So I'm going to go on this line here, and I'm going to go on this line here and here, and I'm going to square that off right here. And here we go, 2.5. So I have a little stack here of the cream. I'm going to do another stack because I don't think I'm going to have enough of that one. All right, so you get the idea. And then I have one more fabric, which is this dark orange. So when I come back, I'll have 4 stacks of 2.5 by 2.5, and we'll be ready to start building our 9 patch blocks. So here we go. I have 4 stacks of 2.5 by 2.5. Some of them are bigger than others in terms of the number of squares, but that's all right. I'm just gonna start building my 9 patch. So what do? You just basically take whichever one you want, as long as it's random, and you make a row of 3, then you make another row of 3. I'm gonna put this one here. As long as you try to not have 2 of the same color touch. Okay, and we're gonna do, is this the same? It is. This is the same. All right, so I could do that. Yes. Okay, so here's one. All right, so the same process that we did with every other block we've made so far. You're going to do the top row first, this one here and this one here at a 1/4 inch seam, then this one and this one, then this one here, and then you flip them. All right, so this one goes here at a 1/4 inch seam, this one goes here at a 1/4 inch seam, then you do the same thing with this row, the same thing with this row, and then when you have 3 rows, after you press them, you then flip this one over and you do the 1/4 inch seam. The same process we do in every other quilt, okay? So what I'm gonna do right now to make it simple for myself is that I'm going to create my patches. So I have one here. I'm gonna do them 2 at a time because I want to make sure I don't do repeats. And we need 12 of those, okay? So we have quite a lot to make. So let me see, this one I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this one here. I should have pressed them a little bit better than this. And I'm gonna do this one. What does this doesn't look like a 2.5 by 2.5? It's a little bit bigger. It certainly is. And I cut it right on time. I don't know why you're bigger. Okay, here we go. So this one we're going to do this and that, and then we'll do a light one here and a light one there, and then we'll put another one of these in the middle. Alright, I'm hoping you can see what I'm doing, and then we'll do one here like this, and then we'll bring this one here, and then we'll do this. Okay, so this one is gonna be this way. Let me move it. Right, so basically what you do is that you create random patches, okay? So let me start by making one, and then I'll make another one. I'll show you what they look like, and then that'll be it for this video, because you will know how to make a 9-patch block. And again, we need 12 of those by next week so we can assemble the quilt. Okay, so let me sew this together. I'll be right back. So here we go. I have 2, right? Because that's all I made today. I'm going to square it off. So remember, they gotta be 6 by 6. So this is perfect at 6 here, and for some reason this is a bit bigger than 6. So that part here I can remove, and it's pretty much squared off. So that's that. Let's see how I did with the other one. Put it this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're good. I'm a little bit too much here. So I'm going to remove that. We flip it. I'm at 6. This is square. This is a little bit too much. I don't know why. I guess the fabric stretched. So you should always square your blocks before you start assembling them, okay? Because otherwise that's how you get a whole quilt that seems to be crooked. Okay, so good. That's done. So you basically do this process, right, 12 times. All right, so remember we need 5 of the maple leaf, right? So we need 5 of those, and we need 12 of these completely random. So that's it for today. I just wanted to show you how to do a 9 patch, and next week we're going to start assembling the whole top for this baby right here. And just to show you, I'm going to turn the page. Instead of doing the assembly from left to right this way, we're only going to do 1 2 3, and then we'll do 1 2 3, and then we'll do 1 2 3, right? So we're basically assembling it the other way, but that's fine. We can manage. So you see, it was super easy to make these, right? Remember, we need 12, so I'm gonna work all this week on making 12 of those, and you make them all random. Okay, so if you want to add another type of color, you can. I would not recommend that you add anything that is a pattern unless it's tone on tone. If these are the kind of colors that you want, technically you do whatever you want, it's your quilt, okay? But mine, I'm just gonna keep it this way because I don't want it to be too busy, and I really want this mosaic effect. Okay, so that is it for today. Remember, 12 of those and 5 of these, and the video for that is at the end if you want to refer back to it. And by next week we will be ready to assemble a table runner that will quilted along, and I think that's really exciting. And then after that, it's just making the borders and the branch that goes with it. You don't have to do the branch. I'm gonna try to. It's applique. I've never done applique, so we'll see how that goes. All right, so give me a big thumbs up if you like this tutorial and these videos. Don't forget to subscribe right here in the corner if you are brand new to my channel, and check out my other videos. I do cleaning, organization, decluttering, there's some cooking in there, and makeup, whatever, and everything in between. Okay, I'll talk to you later, and thank you for watching, you guys. Bye.